back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Get the ball back.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second down and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Jets defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Off of play action, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week, you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Man open is Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st down, Watson.
To the left side and intercepted.
Nick Needham picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the interception, here's Darnold.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Darnold.
Looking for London on the out route complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Darnold. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The man in motion is Brown. Here's Darnold now on second down. Throw right side here going to be incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On fourth down, Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. A shotgun snap for Watson.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Yeah, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the move that this is still a tie ball game. So here's where a quarterback has to move the turnovers to the back of his mind and focus on the present. And that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play.
The Jets at 5-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here's Watson.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Here is 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
So the false start will back them up 5. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Now it's Darnold. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And Darnold's going to change the play.
2nd and 5. Room past the 35. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Faking the give, Darnold.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold.
This pass is caught by London.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mitchell going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll send Brown in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 14.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in his first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The end result, 21 yards. Robinson up the middle. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw is Watson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down throw, Watson escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Watson trying to get his guys moving.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From his own goal line, Darnold. A hit as He throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line. You know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, is that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Robinson on a give right side.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Watson. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. A beautiful fake. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, ETN. Get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Darnold. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The 4 receivers said here on 3rd down, they're going to spread the field and make you play sideline to sideline, make you defend every blade of grass. Good spacing there offensively as they get the completion and the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Darnold wants to change it up. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end is going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. Suckup's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Garrett Wilson from 17 yards out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Watson. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's another Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watson. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Second and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Darnold down to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw is on target to Likely.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
A shotgun snap for Darnold.
That's brought in downfield by London.
A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Mitchell again.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
I love that guy. Oh.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's Watson now on second down. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Brings up second and 3.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's taken in by Palmer. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the draw, Robinson. And a solid run down inside the 30. And quickly they get to the line.
At the 29-yard line. A 7-yard gain.
Here's Watson.
Second and 3.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Watson now to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson will score. Touchdown, New York. The fourth quarter touchdown there. Back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well,
got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
We go, son.
Darnold. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Touchdown, Texans. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Desperation time, Watson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And it'll be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, here's Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They will indeed snap it to Watson, rolling to his left. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 24.
45, Jets 21.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. Fair catch will move this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Houston, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile,
I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the bae. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on growing, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any sun moving, make it sing like the choir. Peter got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man. I need some more It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Can I talk my...
Come on!
That other side.
The Oakley way.
Hey,
C5.
can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, and I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly 'em to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending, all the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes, big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. Used to sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly 'em to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to wanna be like Wayne, I used to wanna be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay, trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's fact. I wanna be a so I start. I like, so I went on and start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and said, dog, I'm a rap. I did that, superseded expectation. I refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. I'm the hottest rapper on the West, let's just face it. So put that pride to the side, then let's get paper. Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly 'em to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money.
Bars. C5. Just incredible. Hunger flow too. It's easy.
Incredible. Let me fix my cheeks real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm good in my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. After the way it get hectic, don't make me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and know you do it texting. Listen, I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like bought a chain that's competitive. Me make it rain in your hood like I weather the streets. So I label we good, I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done Connie and Dylan, I got off the block. To the hate and put that on the watch. The ice on my neck is a shorty on hot.